What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Salami Squadron, stand up around the world. Welcome to the Meet Pat Sports Talk Show. I am your host, per usual, Michael Rogers. It is 11/13/2020. Another beautiful night here to hang out with the pack. Got two co-hosts with me, per usual. Michael Richman, the man with the plan. Say what's up.
What is up, my people?
What's going on? And then the man with the picks, Mr. Nicholas Twigg. Say what's going on, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We in the building. How we doing? Um, just talk about some more football today. Today's our Friday predictions. Want to start the show off here. Dude. I just gotta say it. Shout out Future. Shout out Lil Uzi dropping some heat last night, bro. Hope anyone out there listening fuck with that because we did. But yeah, let's get into the football talk here. Want to do a little review or recap of last night's game between Indianapolis Colts and Tennessee Titans. If anyone saw the video, we did a preview for that game. And the Colts kind of blew me away with this one. Did not expect that performance from them. Our preview video for the game, I've been kind of dogging on Phillip Rivers past couple of weeks and whatnot. He looked damn good yesterday, threw for 308 with a touchdown. That's an elite defense. And so I sit here today and I want to ask you guys, I mean, we said obviously the Colts could be there, but I think they're legit now. I mean, I think Tennessee is going to be all right, but I want to know what you guys think of possibly the Colts kind of making a run for that. If they can go, are they a better football team than Tennessee this morning, you think?
I still don't think so, even with the result of last night's game. They just don't have the weapons to go deep in a playoff run. I don't think Phillip Rivers in that offense with Jonathan Taylor is going to make any noise. I just don't see it.
Yeah, a big thing that happened last night, too, was the Titans' pass rush is kind of boo-boo. So Phillip Rivers really had a lot of chance to just stand in there and do his thing. And you see, dude's literally an NFL veteran. He's going to get the job done. If you let him do it, you have to pressure him. You have to hit the quarterback. And Titans just did not. They couldn't shut it down in the secondary.
They just couldn't shut down the secondary. And to kind of go on what you said there, Twig, yeah, their weapons as far as making a deep playoff run, I'm not sure. I do like some of their weapons, though. I love their running back core there between Jonathan Taylor, Himes, and the Wilkins kid there. And that's not even counting in Marlon Mack, who's obviously out. But that's like four running backs that are solid enough. That's a really good running back core. Like they have such a good young offensive line. Yeah, Phillip Rivers did the damn thing yesterday, and like I said, I think the Titans are going to be fine. I just think they looked a little flat. But I'm seriously woke up this morning thinking I think we need to start putting the Colts in that conversation. I said last week it's kind of a week-to-week thing with how Phillip Rivers looks, but that's 2 games in a row where he hasn't looked terrible. So I mean, I don't know, dude. I think they could get in there. Little AFC, little wild card, dude. Sneak a win off. I mean.
It would definitely be in the wild card, I think. They're not taking that division.
Well, they play the Titans again, and not after Sunday, but next Sunday. I think if they could pull off 2 wins against the Titans, that's some serious conversation. I don't want to even give any predictions right now because I've been wrong. If anyone wants to go back and watch that preview we did, me and Mike were just.
Me too, dude. I said bet under. They smashed it, 34-17. I think the under is what was it, 42, 48, something like that? I forget.
It was 48 and a half total points, and I said the under.
Colts almost did it themselves.
I think I even had Colts winning 23-20 or something crazy, but they're the Titans the other way around. But yeah, I was dead wrong. But good game, man. Definitely have to pay attention to the Colts now. We'll see how far they can go. And that man Phillip Rivers with all his kids, man, he's got the kids, he's got the yards. He just passed up Dan Marino last night. Only thing that man needs is a ring, and we'll see if the Colts can get it done. But we're going to move on to the next game here. We got a little Texans-Browns action. I don't really know how to feel about this, man, because I'm a secret Browns fan. I like the pieces they have. I'm not the biggest guy on Baker. But on the other end, I think they can pull this win off just because of what's been going on with the Texans this year. But I thought the same thing last week. I thought the Browns were a better football team than the Raiders. I think they should have won that game. Clearly, they didn't. I think the Browns are one of those teams where they beat the teams. They destroy bad teams but get embarrassed by really good teams. So it just kind of puts them in this weird spot where like they're going to win games like that. Baker's capable enough to win games, but franchise quarterback, I'm not sure. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Is Baker on the COVID list? Is that true?
Oh, I didn't see anything about that.
Yeah, I actually didn't peep it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I could be wrong about that. I don't even think that's who is their backup even. Do you guys know?
I couldn't
literally no idea. Yeah, some fucking Joe Schmo. But regardless of that, the Browns this year have been a running team. And this week they're supposed to get Nick Chubb back, expected back from a sprained MCL. And that 1-2 punch with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb against Houston, who has literally 32nd ranked, the worst rush defense in the league. I think it's going to be a gigantic game from Nick Chubb. I really like the Browns in this.
Yeah, they too.
Yeah, I mean, not even Chubb. I mean, both of them, and even a third guy. I forgot his name there, but I think that's the team that the Browns need to be to win football games. I think if you can't win games off Baker's arm, I know he's accurate, but has just made too many mistakes. I just don't think he's that guy. But yeah, I like it. I think we all like the Browns here. We'll see though. We say that and they fuck around and lose and they're back to that underdog mentality and then go out and stomp the Jets or something. So I don't know. I just need a little more convincing. We'll see how they do next week. Another game here. We got the Washingtons, you know, versus the Detroits. I'm gonna hand this one over to you here, Twigg. I don't know how to feel.
I pretty much projected to be a stinker of a game. Who's hitting in the start for the Redskins? Alex Smith?
I think that's what they're rolling with for the rest of the year. I don't know about that move.
That's still crazy to me. I want to see Haskins get in there and get one more chance. I don't think he finds his team. I don't think he's find his way on that team next year. So I just want to see him get one more good, solid outing out there. I think this ended up being a pretty slow-paced game. Both offenses really don't have that much firepower. So from a betting perspective, I would probably take the under on this. It's just not a game I want to watch, really.
Both these teams are coming off a pretty bad loss, or not really pretty bad, but both teams are coming off a loss. And this is sort of do or die for Washington. The NFC East is still kind of up in the air at this point. But if the Eagles and the Birds are going to keep playing how they are, I think they're going to steal a couple games, both teams. They actually play, so that's going to be good as well. But also, Adrian Peterson revenge tour is continuing, boys. He's got 350 yards on the season. My man's been in the league since 2007, multiple injuries, 5 different teams, and right now he's 5th all-time in rushing yards. So it's all I just see that comeback game. You play your old team, you always just see it come out of players, especially Adrian Peterson being as legit as he is.
Yeah. What did you say right there, dude? I think you said something a little
You're about to see it come out of Adrian Peterson. Dude's about to nut.
Yeah, dude.
You ejaculate all over the Washington team.
That's AD, man, all day, which is crazy. I think he's the last non-quarterback to win an MVP. I think it was 2012 he won MVP. Dude's
accolades are ridiculous.
Accolades, dude. Dude's knees are, you would think by now would be falling off the bone, but he just keeps going, dude. I like me some Adrian Peterson, dude. It's a staple in my football watching career my whole life, dude. He's just been holding it down. Yeah, I mean, I like the Lions too. I definitely think I keep fucking saying that, dude. I think they could maybe slip one over them. Matt Stafford. Do we think Matt Stafford plays for the Lions next year, dude? I don't know what they do with him, dude. They need a fresh scenery or something, dude. New head coach, new quarterback. I like me some Stafford, but
yeah, I definitely think they need a new head coach. I just don't see where they could trade for an elite quarterback at this point. And I also don't know where else Matt Stafford would even play. I doubt there's a huge market for him either, with him being in his mid-30s. So should be interesting come off season.
See, that's my thing. I think the Lions are one of those teams that needs to just realize that it's just a full rebuild. I think they just keep trying to hold on, and they're constantly looking at 4, 5, 6 win seasons where, like I said, I think everyone, I think everybody. The fuck were we talking about, Twig?
Lions trying to move on from Matt Stafford.
Trying to move on from Matt Stafford. I think everyone universally agrees Matt Stafford's a good player. I've heard he's a really nice dude off the field, but just hasn't been able to get it done. He's had good numbers. That conversation's come up before about, his numbers compared to not having any playoff wins. But at the same time, I guess I don't really know what else you'd want your quarterback to do. Like, do you just not want him to have good numbers? If this guy's consistently putting up, I don't think he's ever made a Pro Bowl, but have good.
Matt Stafford, he for sure has
made a Pro Bowl.
He's made multiple Pro Bowls.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I'm stupid. I don't know, dude. Like, I'm just not up on my Matt Stafford like that. Every time, every year goes by, and they're just around the same place, dude.
He's just so average. He's just hard to forget.
Yeah. And he's had moments where he has looked like elite, and they have had good years, especially them with Megatron and whatnot. But just we're never able to win a playoff game, and he just kind of hasn't really been able to get over that hump. And they've never really had any dominant defensive players, so my thing is, like, being the Jets fan is, they've been bad the past couple of years. But at least now it's just like 0-16, or that's the projected outcome of what the season's going to be. At least it's like, hey, I just know these guys are bad. They're going to be off the worst they can be this year. And then it's more likely probably going to turn around. Maybe not, but
can only really go up from this season. I don't see how they get any worse going into next season.
Well, and that's my thing, comparing it to, like, knowing that compared to being like a Lions fan who consistently just kind of know, like, it's going to be a 6-10, 7 or 9 year. Like, they're going to be decent. They're just not going to be able to be that good. So I feel for the Lions fans, but I don't know. That's a game, red zone is the only way we're watching that. So I want to get into a big game we got here. Sucks that it's only on a 1 p.m. window. But we got some Buccaneers Panthers action. As we talked the last show, the Buccaneers got absolutely smashed last game against New Orleans. It was embarrassing. Probably the worst game of Tom Brady's career. Just overall bad performance. I saw a lot of people kind of ragging on the defense a little bit, saying they're not as that good. But I've heard a couple of people make some good points about, once it's the second half and you're down, whatever, you're down 24, whatever, you're kind of just sailing it in for the rest of the game. So, yeah, they did let up, some bad plays, but you get to a certain point where if they score anything more touchdowns, I don't think that takes anything away from the defense. Because it is. The only thing I see with the Bucs defense is they're just younger guys. Obviously we have rookies we've talked about, like Antoine Winfield, who are playing good, but they are young guys. And obviously just Tom Brady being in a whole new system. But Tampa's -5.5 here, and I actually really like that. And the only reason I say is I read some stat, I'm not too sure, but when Tom Brady loses in a fashion he did against New Orleans, I think he always comes back to win the game and covers the spread. Something like that. I literally might have just pulled that out of my ass.
Sounds right.
But -5.5, I don't think is too crazy. Like I said, and the thing with, like, the Panthers, obviously McCaffrey now being out again, so that sucks. And the Panthers have been fun team to watch this year. That exciting story, Teddy Bridgewater, Matt Rule, have been fun to watch. But I mean, they've lost 4 games in a row for a reason. So I just expect after that that humble pie they just got served by hand-licked Drew Brees, dude. I'm talking about set 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dude, that dude's wetting those mitts up there at the line of scrimmage. Just disgusting, dude. It's actually like
it is really gross.
You have to be putting salt or Cajun something. I know they're down in New Orleans, but they're putting that baby Cajun.
Who's got to have most hand licks all time?
All time,
dude.
Record. Dude's got prune fingers by the second quarter, dude. Like, just you got to go watch any Saints game, bro. It's hilarious. And I just forgot where the fuck I was at. But yeah, Tampa -5.5. I think they come back out and I mean they should beat the Panthers if we're being honest, and I think they do. Maybe not by the -5.5, but I think overall just win. I like Tampa. They come out and kind of avenge last week's ass whooping.
Yeah, my snap reaction to it is I think this ends up probably being the most entertaining game on the slate.
I can see it.
Both teams have a huge firepower on offense. It's just going to be interesting to see second game in where Antonio Brown plays in that Bucs offense, there's just so many mouths to feed on that team now. It's going to be interesting to see where the targets go, but I think it should be a fun game overall.
Yep, that's exactly it. The Panthers, the Tampa Bay Gronkaneers literally just got lit up so bad, and that comeback stat on Tom Brady's legit, dude. He's gonna come out. He's gonna come out swinging. I wouldn't be surprised to see him throw for at least fucking 8 touchdowns,
9,000 yards.
I think the story here in Tampa is obviously what Twigg is saying: the too many mouths to feed. AB had his first week. I think there was so much pressure on there, and he obviously threw a wrench into that offense. I don't really think they were prepared to run him in a game, unless it was just complete shutdown. But on the other side of that as well, Mike Evans is having a fucking year. Dude's got 34 receptions, 437 yards, 7 TDs, and they signed another star QB. So I'd be feeling some type of way.
Wide receiver.
But I wouldn't be surprised to see AB get the first target here for the touchdown in the red zone. That's my hot take. I think I'm calling AB first TD. But I don't know. I just don't see the Panthers winning this. I do see them covering the spread, though. If you're a points guy, you're going to bet on the points, take them. But I don't know. I think the Bucks win outright.
I agree. I think just that talented of receiver core absolutely eats up Carolina's secondary. But so I want to talk a little bit more extensively about just kind of the Bucks and that offense and what you guys were just talking about. See, my take is you essentially got 3 guys on your team between Antonio Brown, who's obviously kind of had his diva thing go down, and same Mike Evans had his moments. Leonard Fournette had his moments. I don't know, Mike Evans is sitting there thinking, listen, I'm having a great year. I think how many touchdowns did you say he has on the year?
7.
Aren't like 6 of them all in the within the 10-yard line or something? A lot of those have been really short yardage, just like fade routes or whatever. He's just so big and tall, he's just going to jump up there and get it. My only thing is when I think about that and we're having this kind of discussion, my only thing is like if it's a player who comes out and has the problem with the mouse to feed, quote unquote, it's kind of like, well, don't you guys just kind of want to fucking win a Super Bowl at this point? I mean, like Mike Evans has been a 3-4 time Pro Bowler. It's like you get to that point where it's like 10 years down the line, you're going to have the numbers. You're going to have the Pro Bowls. But if you want to think about having that fucking gold jacket on your back, dude, we're trying to win a Super Bowl here. And maybe for a week or two, Antonio Brown just being there and obviously taking up those targets might throw a wrench in the whatever that saying is. But I still got them as a light Super Bowl favorite. I'm not even going to front.
You're right. They're definitely trying to make a run with all the talent that they're bringing in. I mean, we first saw it with Tom Brady, Gronk. They brought in Leonard Fournette, and then now AB. Like, they're trying to get the pieces. Like, they obviously want to do it right now.
That's what I'm saying. So I think, the Mike Evans, the Godwins, everyone just needs to take a step back and be like, listen, might have to give something up this year, but I'm trying to put some fucking jewelry on my finger so everyone can have a good time here. Everyone's eating. So I mean, listen, all in all, maybe Antonio Brown, it was just the worst move they could have made. But at the end of the day, that's Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
I know he hasn't played in a year for half, but that's fucking Antonio Brown, AB84 dude on Twitter. Like, you know what I'm saying? You put a couple of rings around that dude's fingers. I mean, we're talking about a Hall of Fame, first ballot, probably Hall of Fame player. Maybe not first ballot, but yeah, I mean, so that's my kind of whole take on that. I think that everyone just needs to slow the brakes on this whole Tampa talk with all that. So, I mean, yeah, I think they win the game here. That should be a good one. Actually really excited to watch that game.
Yeah.
Another game, flip side, I'm not excited to talk about is some Eagles-Giants actions. I'm going to go ahead, come right out and say it. What was it? I think Eagles, were -4, was it? Were they favorites? Do I got that wrong?
-4 right now, yeah.
Yep.
Eagles -4. I like Giants +4. You know what I'm saying? I like the Giants +4. Giants,
I think you're tripping.
Giants this year are 5-1 against the spread. Doug Peterson and the Philadelphia Eagles are coming off a bye this week. In the 4 years that Doug Peterson's been head coach, he's 1-3 coming off a bye. And listen, I've just been raving about the Giants. I'm going to keep raving about the Giants. I don't think they're a bad football team. I think that is a good football team. I think it's a good defense. If Danny Dimes has been looking a little better each week, he had no turnovers last week, which has really up to this point been the only – I mean, the biggest thing about him, he hasn't done anything crazy with his arm wise, but he's shown he's been able to use his leg. I don't really get too big of like a leadership vibe from him or something like that. Literally seems like a cut, copy, paste Eli Manning. He's kind of quiet. He just goes out there and does his thing. Yeah, but I like it, dude. Eagles fucking suck.
Yeah, both these teams stink.
Yeah.
We're beating a dead horse at this point. The whole division just stinks. But again, I think this bye week is exactly what Carson Wentz needed. I still think he's somewhat injured. I just don't think he goes down that much talent-wise from last year to this year. I think this is just a much-needed mental reset for him. I think he goes out here and puts on a show here. And my hot take of the week is probably I like Travis Fulgham getting 2 touchdowns and over 100 yards in this game.
Oh, okay.
Dude.
I bet him over on the receiving, but it was somewhere around 50. I did not bet on the TD score, but
he blows it out of the water. I think.
Carson Wentz has been sacked and hit most in the league this year.
Most.
Giants got a legit defense. They're going to tear it.
So Eagles coming in here have Miles Sanders coming back, which is huge for them. Boston Scott is actually pretty great. I actually really like Boston Scott, but having Miles Sanders in that rotation is legit. He's so good. But this game is going to be decided on the turnovers. Danny Dimes and Carson Wentz are the 2 worst in the league. Danny Dimes has 14 turnovers and Carson Wentz has 17. That's combining interceptions and fumbles, but the dudes are just coughing up the ball. Like, you're going to lose the game if you give the ball to the other team. But I've said this weeks before, the Birds got this division on lock. Like, they all suck, but the Eagles are better.
I don't know, dude. I really don't know at this point. It's definitely
you can't convince me they're not better than the Cowboys, Redskins, and Giants.
I say Cowboys and Redskins all day, dude. I'm a big fan of the Giants this year. I like what they're doing. I think they can tune it up this year over the Eagles. Just because, I mean, I can't see the Eagles. They're a lot healthier this week. They have a lot more players coming back. I don't know. The Giants 5-1 against the spread this year.
I think you're just looking too far into it. They've been like multiple point dogs.
I think I'm looking at the fucking Giants eating W's, dude. Fucking sprinkle some on it, dude. Winston.
If you want a side bet on that, hit me up.
I haven't looked at anything else.
You're definitely smoking dick, bro.
Do you guys have anything in front of you? What's Danny Dimes throwing yards? What's his rushing yards? I would take you on that.
I don't have it up in front of me.
I'd have to look.
We'll get into some more of that. I like the Giants, man. Fuck y'all, dude. Carson Wentz, doo-doo. They're probably gonna win. But
here's a question. You have the chance to draft either. You take Daniel Jones or Carson Wentz. You take Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz, it's not even close.
That's what I'm saying.
What's that got to do with anything, though?
It's just a better talent, and like he's better. Like he's that's it.
I think the Giants have a better team.
I think you're tripping. So.
I think I'm standing straight up, dude. I think we're walking just fine. I mean, I would take Johnny Manziel over Daniel Jones probably, dude. But
he's been off some high takes tonight. What?
Dude, Carson Wentz. I mean, listen, I don't hate Carson Wentz. He just sucks ass this year. So I'm literally gonna let you guys know that every single chance I can, because my quarterback's not good either. So
which one?
Exactly. We'll move on that game. Giants +4. Lock it in. It's a steal. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on next game here. We got a little Jags Packers action. I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna come out and score 1,000 points. And do whatever the fuck he wants whenever he wants. Dude could probably just sit down on the field for the 3 quarters and he'd come back out and win it. Jags looked better last week. Like I said, it was against the Texans, who are the Texans. So, you can take that how you want it. I think this is a game, though. The Packers just kind of stay rolling, heat-seeking, Aaron Rodgers. I'm just expecting a dump fest.
Yeah. This is probably Devontae Adams' best matchup to date as well against Sidney Jones. He's along the most yards per routes ran in the NFL. I expect Devontae Adams just absolutely eat him alive this week. So
I agree with you. And they also have Alan Lazard coming back off injury, so
Yeah.
that's just another weapon. And we were talking shit about MVS, but he actually had a really decent game last week.
Say his name.
Marquez Vandes Scandling. Can't say that shit. Doesn't roll off the tongue. But another factor here is Jake Luton needs to prove his consistency. Luton, however you say that, because the Jags, in all reality, are in that Trevor Lawrence sweepstakes. They're probably going to draft a QB. So for this kid's sake, like for him to come out here and play good games, like that's just good for his career, I think, moving down the future. Because the Jag fans probably want to lose at this point. And just one last point here is about the weather. We're going to Lambeau Field from sunny Jacksonville, Florida, into a 20-mile-per-hour wind wintry mix. That's going to be huge on the Jags. I think they're going to have such a hard time playing.
With the Jags?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you would think in that situation, you definitely always, especially in a warm environment to a cold environment, you'd take the team that's used to it.
Take the team, bro. Aaron Rodgers is going to throw 10 touchdowns, 9,000 yards. Like,
I could
Devontae Adams. It's going to be crazy.
I could, like, low-key really see that happening. Kind of like what you were talking about with Gimme the Luton there. Like, I mean, they could win out for the rest of the year, and he could ball. They're still going to take a quarterback in the draft.
Yeah.
Like, they're in the sweepstakes for, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, one of those guys. They'll definitely get one of those guys because in all reality, they're probably only going to win one or two more games. They just don't really have any cornerstone pieces on that team to build around. Miles Jack at the linebackers, probably your only guy. Josh Allen, the rookie, the other linebacker, probably your only guys really. I think they got a good offensive tackle, if I'm not mistaken. But you're going to see they're going to have a lot of money too. I think it's the Jets and the Jags. The two teams that are probably going to be 1 and 2 in the draft are going to have the most cap space next year. So that's just been the move at this point, for the past couple of years in the NFL. You get the rookie quarterback, you look at Dak, you look at Patty Mahomes, who are on a rookie deal. And so you can go spend that money elsewhere because these dudes are coming out the gate, just slinging the rock. But yeah, I'm just expecting an Aaron Rodgers dump fest, dude. I mean, that should be a gimme. Jaguars are ass. Move on to a next game here. We got a little Bills-Cardinals action. I think this is going to be a really good game, sleeper game off the schedule. I'm not even going to front. I don't know who to take just because you're putting a very high-powered offense against a very sound defense. Cardinals offense this year has just been insane. Kyler Murray is low key, could be in the MVP conversation. And obviously the Bills did what they did last week and looked phenomenal. Josh Allen looked phenomenal. I don't know. What do you guys think about that one?
Yeah, it should be another really fun game to watch. Got shootout potential written all over it. Any game Kyler Murray plays in, I just want to watch. Same with Josh Allen as well. Yep. They should both be slinging here. It's just a game I want to sit down and watch if I get the time. It should just be a fun game to watch. That's pretty much it.
Yep. These teams are both teams that traded for high-end wide receivers and actually got them to pay off with Stephon Diggs and D-Hop. So it's good to see some GM moves actually working out. But Kyler Murray, you said this, Mike. Kyler Murray is on pace for 4,000 yards passing and 1,000 yards rushing. And that's something no quarterback has ever done in the NFL before.
That's insane.
And they're on pace. Like, you really might get it. Sleeper MVP all the way. And the Cardinals offense is averaging 422 yards a game, which is number 1 in the NFL. And Bill's coming off a 44-point game. This is probably just going to be a massive shootout.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it from that perspective. Obviously the Cardinals don't have as good of a defense as the Bills. I like the Bills defense more. But like I said, Kyler Murray, dude, and those short little legs, bro, are just out there fucking flying all over the field, dude.
Something announcers have been saying on every game is they'll call a run or a scramble. They'll call it a scamper. Look out for scamper, dude. Every time Kyler Murray runs, they're like, ooh, what a scamper. I'm like, what the fuck you just say?
Little scamper, dude. That sounds like a bug or something.
It's like he's a toddler, dude. Like
he's running around the playpen, dude. He's just out there for real. I mean, that's what it looks like. He is very, very small. I mean, he's built like a baseball player. And as we know, like he got drafted in the MLB. He's got like the perfect frame of like a shortstop, but he's fucking figuring it out there at quarterback, dude, just running around with those little tiny legs, dude. just dude would literally be a pee-wee football player of the decade, bro. Like just be running train on people. But I like Kyler Murray. That's a fun team to watch over there in Arizona. So I'm with that. We're gonna move on to the next game here. We got some Dolphins. Chargers action, bro. Dolphins are -1.5 here. I don't like that. I do like the Dolphins though. Currently, they have 14 games in a row with one or more takeaways, so that defense is becoming very sound. What Brian Flores has been able to do, and believe it or not, they actually have a top 10 offense this year. They're averaging 28 points a game. Tua looked damn good last week. I kind of talked some shit. I bit my tongue, or I got to eat that. But he looked very, very impressive last week against Arizona. That was a very, very good game. The only reason, too, I like the Dolphins here is just this over the past 3-4 weeks. Just can't trust the Chargers at this point at the end of ball games to secure a win. Like I said, they're about 2 plays last week against the Raiders from pulling that game out.
Chargers are really good at losing football games.
Really good football games. And, we've been hammering how much we like Herbert. I just can't trust him right now at this point. I think with some of the veteranship around that Dolphins team, obviously they have a rookie QB as well, but I think the Dolphins pulled this one out. I like them. I'm telling you, Dolphins, I'm telling you right now, dude, Dolphins are a playoff team this year. I like them.
What is the record right now? Do you know offhand?
5-3.
Gotcha.
Coming out the AFC East too, dude. They can do it. They can really do it.
Yeah, I can't bring myself to bet on the Chargers anymore. They're just so similar to the Falcons and blowing leads late in the game. I can't do anymore.
Blowing.
It's another game I want to watch again. Both teams are pretty good on offense as well. Yeah, I agree with you. I think Dolphins will probably get it done here in the end.
Yep. Dolphins.
I think a 1.5 spread is kind of light.
Yeah.
I would take that a lot more than that. So
the -1.5.
Yeah, I think that's.
What score would you be looking at then?
I would take Dolphins like +5 or -5 or 6. I think -1.5 is just super light.
Yeah. Might be right.
Dolphins have no Preston Williams this week. Got injured after a couple of huge weeks. Still no Myles Gaskin, so that's gonna throw a little bit of a wrench into it. But I'm still taking the Chargers. I know it's not smart to bet on them. They got that Falcon shit too. They just, like I said, they're very good at losing football games. But I have so much faith in Justin Herbert. I think they're gonna get it done. That's just personal opinion.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Nah, they're not going to get it done. No, I like Justin Herbert too. I just can't, not quite yet. But at the same time, Tua, obviously this will be his 3rd game in a rookie year. He's going to be due for a couple bad games too. So maybe this is the game.
Something important with Tua though as well is last week he was very well protected. He didn't take very many hits. He had very low pressure numbers. So again, he just had a chance to do his thing.
Yeah. Did they have Did Chargers have Joey Bosa this week?
I don't believe so. Pretty sure he's still out.
Well, too, the Dolphins got a very good little offensive line too. I'm telling you, they got some real good players. They are building. If you want rebuilding a franchise 101, I think you look at the Dolphins, like over the past 3-4 years or whenever Brian Flores got there. I like what they got cooking down there in Miami. So yeah, Dolphins -1.5. Yeah, I mean, you convinced me to. I would definitely take that. I'd take more than that. I don't know what the point total for the game is, but I expect a high game. I think a little. I would say, I don't know, maybe like probably over 55. I'd say at this point, maybe more than that. But I like the Dolphins there. I'm gonna move along here. Got some Broncos, Oakland, Las Vegas Raiders action. Man, I think I just like the Raiders. I've been kind of saying the same thing about the Broncos the past couple weeks. Just can't get a gauge. I don't trust them.
Mm-hmm.
And my trust keeps building up more and more each week with the Raiders and just how good they look. I don't know. I'll let you guys
The past couple of weeks, fourth quarter Drew Lock has just kind of been a stud. I don't really know why he flips the switch so
He's out
late
there
in games.
dancing, dude. He's out there Dougieing on him, dude.
Again, though, I just don't say you don't take the Raiders here. They're just pretty much better in every way possible. But
Yep, I agree. The Raiders are actually in playoff contention here, and the Broncos at this point pretty much need to win out if they're thinking about playoffs, so you don't like to see that. Point blank, I think the Raiders are a better football team. They're going to win. But I got a little bit of a bomb here. We got Broncos are 0-4 on the road versus the Raiders since their Super Bowl appearance in 2016. So I don't know. I don't really see that trend breaking, especially with this Broncos team. They're just so inconsistent right now. Love Jerry Jeudy, but
Solid.
I don't know. Just so inconsistent as an overall team.
Yeah, I agree. That's why, as a team, and definitely I think at the quarterback position, Jerry Jeudy is a fucking stud, though, dude.
Stud.
I thought he'd have been the first. I thought potentially he was going to go to the Raiders, but them taking Ruggs instead. So
this class of receivers has been showing out.
Dude. I think
crazy.
These guys are going to be around for a while, dude. Justin Jefferson, Jalen Reagor, Denzel Mims, and obviously CD,
Claypool,
Judy, Claypool, dude, straight Mapletron. That dude's a fucking monster. Yeah, so that's actually, I think we've got some Pro Bowlers that are going to be around for the next wave. I guess if you want to say, I don't know, dude.
For sure.
Just gonna keep moving down the line here. We got some Seahawks. Mr. Russell Wilson going to Los Angeles to see Jared Goff, and the Rams. I'm not gonna front. I like the Rams. Last time I checked, it was 2.5. I like the Rams plus 2.5 on this game. I ain't even capping.
I just think in every big game Jared Goff plays in, he just stinks. I know the Seahawks secondary is absolutely abysmal, but in big spots, Jared Goff just looks like a clown out there.
Let me hit you with something real quick. I got a stat wrote down right here. Jared Goff is 24-5 when only being sacked one time or less. Seattle has no pass rush. And so if they can't get that just shows me that Jared Goff wins when he's comfortable. So the Seahawks can't pressure him, and Jared Goff. Listen, I think Jared Goff is a very good quarterback. Did I just stutter the shit out of that, dude? My bad. And the Rams got a top 5 defense, dude. They're top 5 in every single category that matters. Like I said, 24-5 with only being sacked one time or less. And Seattle's defense sucks ass. And they proved that again last week. So I fucking like the Rams here, dude. I think the Rams are legit.
Who do we think Ramsey's shadows here? Is it going to be Metcalf or Lockett?
I think
DJ Moore.
I was gonna say Greg Olsen. I would think Lockett.
I would assume he prepares for both matchups just because
they're going to be swinging shit all around the field. And like I just said, it's a top 5 defense in every category. The Rams got a sleeper defense this year. What is it, Mike or Twigg? One of you guys said you don't think they're that legit.
That's me. And on the offensive side of the ball, Rams defense is fucking disgusting. You got to say 2 names, Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald. That's it. But I just have no faith in this Rams offense. They're having such a weird season. They swept the NFC East and then are 1-3 against everyone else. I don't like that. I think the Rams defense is going to hold it down at least the best you can against Russ. It's a given the Seahawks are going to score some points. But looking at the NFC West picture, a Seahawk loss and a Cardinal win here could literally change first place. So I think Seahawks really need to win this game, and I know that they know they do. I know. The fuck I just say?
I knows it.
Seahawks know that they need to win this game.
The Rams got to know that too, though, dude. If the Rams win this football game, dude, that's a serious conversation to be had, dude. They're literally 2-3 years removed from a Super Bowl. So they obviously had to figure a lot of things out this offseason. Obviously letting go of Gurley and whatnot because they absolutely just fucking ruined their cap. So they're trying to still recover from that. I know Jared Goff kind of reconstructed his contract to take a little less money, just to kind of help pay for some other shit. And then for some reason, they found $100 million to guarantee Jalen Ramsey over the offseason. So I don't know where that money came from. And they literally just built like a fucking $30 billion stadium, dude, which is a beautiful stadium, by the way, SoFi.
No ROI right now. No fans. They're making no money on that stadium right now.
That's what I'm saying. And they just dropped a fucking wet check on them, dude, and got no cap space. But yeah, I think if they win this football game, that's a serious conversation to be had that they could possibly get back and do the damn thing. Obviously, I like Sean McVay. I don't know. That stat I read is crazy. If Seattle's defense is Seattle's defense this week, I think the Rams can pull that out. I don't think the plus 2.5 is crazy.
Plus 2.5 for the Rams.
Yeah, it's not crazy, dude.
That's
tough. I'm going Seahawks.
See, I just don't think they win that close, though. You know what I mean?
Well, what are they at? What do you say the line? I know you literally just said it. What was the line again?
Plus 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah, no, I'm taking Seahawks, dude.
Man, yeah. I mean, Russell Wilson could be a bounce back game, dude. Shut some people up because we've kind of been dragging him the past week. I literally only off of one game. That was obviously a pretty bad performance.
Well, you see him come out. Same thing with Aaron Rodgers this season. They have one bad game. Everyone shits on him. But if you look at the season as a total, Aaron Rodgers and Russ are just lighting it up.
Yeah, we'll see. That's going to be a really fun game to watch this weekend. I'm excited. Keep going here. We got a little Bengals, Joey B and the crew with some Pittsburgh Steelers action. I kept saying, I said last week, this could be a game that the Steelers lose. I think the Steelers win this game. I think they could lose it. I think Joey B and the crew is due for a win. They've been playing really, really hard. That's kind of sounds crazy to say because the Steelers are just 8-0 and they're fucking rolling. But Joey B's been lighting it up. I see a Bengals sneak here. I like it. I don't think it's crazy.
Yeah, that's not even that much of a hot take. I feel like I don't think Big Ben is playing. Or is he? I'm not even sure.
That was something too we missed with the damn Lions, dude. Matt Stafford's going to be out. I don't even think he's playing, if I'm mistaken. But Big Ben, I actually haven't heard anything. Because if they got to start Mason Rudolph,
things get dicey.
Shit gets a little dicey, dude. That guy's got ramen noodle brain from an attempted murder by Myles Garrett last year.
Almost killed with his own helmet.
Yeah, with his own helmet, bro.
Do you guys remember in the beginning of the season, we said, wait until Joey Burrow gets a chance? Because this dude was just getting fucking eaten alive, sacked. Like, there's a point where he was the most sacked quarterback. He was just taking hits, the most pressured. And these past, 3-4 games, they've kind of not played the best pass rushes. And I think going into the Steelers game, Joey Burrow is going to get lit the fuck up again. He's going to take some hits. He's going to take some sacks. He's going to take some sacks. It's going to be a rough one to beat Joey Burrow. He's going to get bruised up. Steelers are taking this. I don't hate the spread on the Bengals though. But
what is it? I didn't even see it.
It's plus or minus 6.5, I think.
Yeah, dude. Fucking Joey Burrow better spread that mouth, dude, to eat all that meat that's incoming, dude. It's gonna land that shit on a missile.
No, it's gonna hurt without a doubt.
It's gonna hurt. Yeah, I see that outcome too for sure because Steelers are the Steelers. I'm gonna move on to the next game here. We got some 49ers Saints. San Fran plus 9.5. You heard it here first. I fuck with it.
These are on some hot takes this week.
I fuck with it. So I think this game will 100%. Obviously, they had Nick Mullins starting. I think this game 100% determines the 49ers season. If they do manage to win, I still think there's a chance, just purely based off coaching. I like Kyle Shanahan, but if they lose this game, it's over. I like me some Nick Collins. Is he the guy? No. Is CJ Beathard the guy? No. But I think Nick Mullins. What did I say?
Nick Collins.
That's a basketball player. But I think he's capable to get wins. I think they cover 9.5. I can hit you with a crazier take. This is the last season Jimmy G's played football for the 49ers, dude. He will not be the quarterback of that team next year. You heard it here first.
Yeah, I don't. That's not even that crazy. I feel like.
Yeah, he's gone. There's just no. He can't say. Listen, when you're in a division with Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, and Jared Goff, who don't get hurt, who are healthy, and you constantly have a guy that is lessening your chance to win because he can't stay on the field, I think they just got to move off of him.
Yeah, I don't know who they'd even go after though. Like, there's not a lot of big name quarterbacks out there to
Aaron
pick
Rodgers.
from.
Fitzpatrick needs a home still, boys.
Hey, Matt Stafford.
I don't think he's going anywhere. I really don't.
I don't see him playing for anywhere. But
that's what I'm saying.
Line.
They're so locked in on him. Like, it's going to be a retirement. Matt Stafford. But with the 49ers here, going back to this 49ers
team. Matt Ryan over him at this point.
Over Jimmy G?
Yep, right now.
That's
not even crazy.
Matt Ryan's got the most passing yards. But, so 49ers are the most injured team in football, point blank. So it's obviously going to hurt. And, like, the injuries are gigantic names.
Pudding knees.
Yeah, I mean, you're just seeing that. It's the trend this year. It's just huge names are getting hurt. Saints are coming off a massive win against the Bucks, and the 49ers are struggling. So I'm straight up going to call the score here. It's going to be a 34-17 Saints.
Woo!
Last time Michael Thomas played the 49ers, he had a stat line of like 117 and 2 touchdowns. I think this is a good bounce back spot for him as well.
Yep.
For the Saints going deep into the season. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like the 49ers one bit here.
I agree. And Twigg, I really like DFF's purposes. I like that Breeze, Michael Thomas stack.
Same.
What is it?
Just playing Drew Brees and Michael Thomas.
Oh,
yeah. I think they're going to connect for a large lump sum of points.
Lumps, dude. Yeah, slant god cheese, dude. For real, Michael Thomas in the cut. Can't guard Mike. Kind of a bitch, though. So we're going to move on down the line here. So, yeah, I think everyone there is taking Nolans. So we got some Ravens, Patriots action. I just think the Ravens here, I don't think there's a lot to discuss. I do have something, though. Our boy Collie Cowherd was talking today on his show about Billy Belichick moving off from the Patriots. He was talking about at this point in his career, at this point, I would imagine Bill Belichick probably doesn't want to rebuild. He made this crazy point talking about if the Chargers end up firing Anthony Lynn and he's on his way out, Billy Belichick stepping in with old Justin Herbert, go into a situation like that, something. I mean, do we think you would ever see Billy Belichick not be the Patriots head coach? And the only reason he made a lot of sense. I did like his point. I kind of agreed with the fact that I agree that Bill Belichick probably does not want to rebuild because I don't think he really knows how.
Hasn't had to, yeah.
Never had to, and he's had some really, really poor draft classes, just being also the general manager. But, I think he's got 2 sons on that coaching staff, and I think, he's got a big house and shit out there. But I don't know. I saw him kind of making a good point. I don't know what fucking team it would be or whatnot. But at this point, if Bill Belichick could probably call all 31 other teams and say, hey, I want to coach this team, they're going to be like, all right, yep.
They're just going to say that there's no one's going to turn him down for a coaching position, whether that be an offensive coordinator, anything like that. I just see I don't know. I can't picture him in any other team besides the Patriots. He just knows that scheme so well that I don't.
Right, he fucking made it.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Yeah, the Patriots here and the Ravens are both coming off of dicey 1-score wins. So this is just going to be. I think it's going to hit the under, but I think it's going to be a close scoring game. But I just see Cam Newton in the end getting it done. I'm taking Patriots over the Ravens. I know that's a hot fucking take.
I'm smoking dick.
But another thing here, too, is like at this point in the season, the Patriots are obviously in a rebuild and winning is only going to hurt them. But, I mean, it's the NFL and people aren't going to intentionally go out and tank unless you're Adam Gase. So
players win games. Patriots don't have any players.
It's one of these weeks, Lamar is bound to explode for a big stat game. I think this might be the game. I've said that the past couple of weeks, but he's just so due for a big rushing game. I could definitely see it here if they go up big.
Definitely actually excited to watch this game.
Yeah, this should be a fun one. Definitely should be a fun one. Just being a Sunday night game, of course, you know, we're all gonna watch it. I got Patriots over Ravens written down right here, though, dude. Quote by Richman.
I said it.
Yeah, I think you're smoking crack.
You said 40. You said 49ers plus 9.5.
Yeah, that's spot on.
We're all
bro.
smoking a little dick tonight.
Nah,
Don't worry about
you're gonna eat shit on that one come around next week, bro. I nailed that. Plus 9.5, bro. That's a bag. So don't at me, bro.
Yeah, you're talking Giants plus 4 too, dude. Like
That's a bag, bro. I'm telling you. If you're not putting money on that line, dude, everyone can eat my ass because that's gonna fucking hit, dude. I promise. You can clip it here. It's not gonna miss. So like I can comfortably say what I'm saying. I don't know. So we're going to just move on to the very last game here, Monday Night Football action. Got some Minnesota Vikings, Chicago Bears. Not going to front. Could care less. I like the Vikings. Dalvin Cook just been on a tear. You know, I think the Bears have a good enough defense to handle them. Just, again, week in and week out, beating a dead horse. Chicago's offense just kind of dump pack. And I don't know, dude. I don't know.
That their 5-3 record is so fraudulent. It's just
And those
they're
wins
not a good football team.
Exactly.
I thought they were, but they're not.
Yep. Those Bears wins are pretty much based off defense. Like Mike just said, their offense is absolute doo-doo, but Bears are coming off 3 losses in a row. But Bears defense last week held Derrick Henry to 68 yards. And the Bears D is tied for second least amount of passing touchdowns allowed at only 10. So the Vikings are obviously going to have to run it, but they have Dalvin Cook, who's having an MVP caliber season. And just a little bomb here, the Bears classically fuck on the Vikings at home. Vikings are 4-20 at Soldier Field this century.
Yeah, when's the last time they played, though, these two teams?
I don't fucking know. But also, Kirk Cousins has a great habit of losing primetime games. So
that is also true.
That is spot on.
Is a stinker about it.
So I don't know. I really wouldn't be surprised to see the Bears sneak this one. But just from like a logical standpoint, I have to go with the Vikings.
Logical, dude. Yeah. I mean, you're wrong, but yeah, I agree.
You taking the Bears?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not. The Bears. I don't know. We got any last little football nuggets?
I should just about do it. I'm excited for another week.
Another week of football. We got some heavy NBA rumors and stuff going on. We're definitely going to tackle next show. We just wanted to stay on with the football today. So stay tuned for that. Russell Wilson to the New York Knicks. New York sports on the up and up. Steve, what'd I say?
So Russell Wilson.
Russell Westbrook to the New York Knicks. Steve Cohen just bought the New York Mets, baby. Go out, get us Trevor Bauer. Go get us some shit. Bring a championship home. Trevor Lawrence to the Jets next year, dude. New York on the up and up, baby. You know who else is on the up and up? The Meat Pack Sports Podcast. Almost lost my headset. Stay tuned for the after hour show. Get the fuck out of here. Thanks for watching.